Looking for Madden Ultimate Team coins? Buy NFL Coins has the cheapest and most reliable MUT22 coins. Click the link in the description and use coupon code SPORTS for 5% off your order. Need help on defense in Madden 22? Make sure to check out this video and learn how to get more stops now. Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Duke, back here from sportsgamers.com, and in today's Madden 22 tip video, I'm going to break down another lockdown advanced combo coverage scheme that you can use in the game to get a lot of stops against some of the more popular passing offenses out there. I've said it a lot this year. You cannot just simply sit back and basic cover 2s, cover 3s, man coverages, or even cover 4 drop zones and expect to do well on defense. It's just not going to happen. So in order to get stops this year, you need to find coverages that are more advanced, that have some combo coverage built in. You even use some man zone principles, some match coverage. All that stuff is going to make defense a lot easier for you guys to play and make the life of the offense a lot more difficult. So we're back at it again. In this video, I want to look at cover 9. We've yet to break down cover 9 on this channel, but it is another very good coverage that can be used in many different situations. You can find this coverage in many different formations. Well, not many, but several. And one of the best ones to use it in is nickel 2-4-5. This is actually a video. I'm in the Giants defensive playbook if you guys are wondering, but you can find it in others as well. Basically, just whatever defensive playbook you use, go into your nickel sets and look for a cover 9. Now, with nickel 2-4-5, one of the reasons why I like it is because it naturally defends both the pass and the run well at the same time. So if someone's going to try to mix in runs on you, you can feel good about stopping the run from this formation. With this, you really are going to be mostly relying upon your 4-man pass rush. So if you have a good D-line, like you can see here, we got Watt, Cameron Haywood, etc., you're going to be better off. Something that's important, though, is that if you don't have good linebackers coverage-wise, or your safeties are just better, this does allow you to sub in your safeties in the game for better coverage purposes, and that's going to be a game changer. You do want speed all over your secondary because this defense will have some combo coverage principles built into it. So guys, just as a reminder, again, cover 9 show 2 is the play. We're going to be in the Giants playbook on defense, but you can't find it elsewhere. If you enjoy my free YouTube content, make sure to subscribe. Drop us a like. If you really rock with us, do all the above and even comment on the video. I would really like to hopefully get to 300 likes on this video. All this does help me out a lot as a content creator. So in this video, we're going to focus on how this coverage works against a spread formation. I've done a lot of videos against bunch. And, a lot of people do ask me to, look at spread too. So that's what we're going to do here. So let's just kind of break down how this coverage is designed, really, and go from there. So on the left side, or I'm sorry, not the left, but the right side of the screen, you can see that we have our 2 linebackers. This is going to be our second linebacker, Norwood. The slot corner is going to be on the left. Now, I do like to run this with auto flip on, and I do turn my zone drops off because anytime you use a defense that does have matching principles, you have to leave your zone drops off in order for it to work. And in this defense, we do in the quarter flat and these cover 4 outside quarter zones, those are going to have matching principles. Before I get any further, I do want to let you guys know this is actually a little sample from my Madden 22 defensive game planning guide. I will put a link in the description and comments for you guys to check it out. I just released it the other day on sportsgamers.com. I go over all the best defenses in the game, from unblockable blitzes, dominant coverages, to lockdown run defense, and I take it a step further and I show you guys how I like to defend the most popular formations on offense in the game, like bunch and trips, and then also just how to stop some of the more popular tactics out there, like if you're having trouble dealing with people rolling out and throwing crossers or just abusing the flats, that type of stuff, we're going to show you how to lock it down. Well worth for your money, guys, I promise you. Anyways, if you enjoy this content, you will absolutely love that premium content, I promise you. So, the quarter flat, he's essentially on the right side of the screen, going to take the first guy into the flat, potentially depending upon the route combo. So, if it's something like 4 verticals where no one's going into the flat, he's kind of just going to redirect the receiver going vertically before passing it off to that safety. The quarter flat, he's generally going to match anyone going vertical in front of him, And like I said, if no one's going into flat over here for the quarter flat, the safety will end up most of the time matching them like on a forward vertical concept. However, on the opposite side of the screen, we actually have a cover 2 based, and then we have a soft squat. Now, a soft squat is going to differ from a hard flat or cloud flat, where it's actually going to match the receiver that's in front of him unless there's a threat in the flat. So if everyone's going vertical, he will match the receiver vertically in front of him. However, let's say that Tyreek Hill was going to the flat, he would actually play the flat and then pass off the receiver going deep on the outside to the safety. The vert hook, obviously, he's going to be sitting over the slot receiver. He might play him, again, it depends upon the route combo. And I'm always going to control the 3-rec hook zone. My responsibility is more so the middle of the field, potentially the running back, depending upon what happens on the play. But let me just show you standard, like, because again, people that run this run a lot of 4 verts out of spread, pretty common. Let me just show you how this plays it by default. So as you guys can see here, there's pretty much nothing for me to do. Everyone got covered up really well. And this is what I mean by having the pass rush. Because if you don't have this same pass rush I just had, they're going to have more time to where maybe a broken play could break down. But if you do rush your 4 and you have at least 1 or 2 decent pass rushers, 9 times out of 10 you're going to get some pretty good pressure. Now, you might not get an instantaneous sack as we do here, but it is going to be something to where they're just not going to be able to sit in the pocket. But taking a look at what actually happened, you'll see exactly what I said, that the quarter flat, he didn't really have any responsibilities in the flat, so he kind of just redirected the receiver running vertically to the safety. Then he kind of came down on the running back, whereas the quarter zone over here, he just matched the vertical the whole time. And over here, the soft squat, because nobody was going into the flat, he kept playing the vertical route all the way downfield, and my vert hook matched with this receiver that was, running kind of like the option route. Safety was over the top. Bam, I'm in the middle of the field. Pretty self-explanatory how that ended up working out. Now, I do want to show you guys what would happen, like I said, if maybe they actually did have a receiver running into the flat on either side of the field. We're going to go ahead and take a look at that and see the difference that would make in this coverage. So remember, guys, flats are going to get played by the quarter flat on the right, and also if there's a flat, the soft squat will play it and pass off the deeper route to the safety. So let's take a look at that. Again, as the user, you want to look toward the middle of the field. As you guys can see here, exactly that happened. They ended up still, with nothing really there. Had to either throw a pick or take a sack, and they chose to throw a pick. Let's take a look at the replay, and again, break down exactly what happened. So the biggest difference here was on each side of the field, there was a threat into the flat. No longer was it just strictly vertical routes. And because of this, you guys can see, yes, the vert hook did play it initially before dropping back to the middle, because he knew the soft squat would jump that, and then the soft squat knew that the safety could play the streak deep. Now over here, we still did have the outside corner matching the streak, and because there was no one going vertically in the seam slot, the quarter flat just played the flat, which allowed kind of the safety to double team over here. I just had nothing to do because there was no one over the middle of the field, and we ended up, basically, you guys can see again, good pressure. As you guys can see here, pressure, which resulted in them having to just try to hit the deep ball. I mean, that was the only thing that was even remotely had a chance one-on-one. Click on was an easy user pick. So this is the type of stuff that you can expect from this defense. Very, very good to defend verts, flats. Now let's look at someone tries to run something that is also pretty common, which is quick slants over the middle of the field, that type of thing. You'll see that can also be very well defended too. A lot of people that run spread will run slant flat combos, or even slant or flat curl combos, which we'll look at in a second. But again, this is going to be played pretty much the same way. The flats will play each flat, like the soft squat will play that flat, the quarter flat will play that flat. We do have a vert hook over here, and then again, I'm over the middle of the field myself. So let's take a look how this will work. As you guys can see, because I know that the vert hook is on the left of the screen, basically my job as the user is to play the middle of the field initially, but once the routes pass off, I'm going to let the slant that's going to the left go and guard the one going to the right, because again, I know I have a vert hook on the left side of the screen, so once I pass him off to the left, that vert hook should be there, and unless we just get no pressure, they should be about it. At this time, we're going to take a sack anyways, which is what you can see happening here. This is why I'm able to cover this one over here. The flats are both guarded, and I have the safeties over the top. So that is also defended pretty well. Obviously, there are some more things that they could do. Let's take a look at the curl flat combo with the angle route over the middle field. This is actually one of my favorite ways to attack zone coverage in the game is curl flats, especially if you're running back angle route. I don't run a lot of spread personally. However, just having the ability to have two curl flats and then an angle route out of the backfield is actually extremely difficult to guard this year from zone coverage. But because this is matched, we'll do a little bit better job, as you guys can see here. Again, very good coverage. The only thing that they could have maybe gone to was that curl route on the right side of the screen. You can see here, we had the vert hook sitting underneath the curl on the left, which is the cover 2 side. The soft squat took that flat route. My quarter flat took this flat route. The quarter zone was playing the curl over here. Now, guys, you can low ball curls. Those are very difficult to stop this year. I will say that if you have acrobats, they'll get a lot of dive animations on low balls, so you have to be careful, especially if someone has an acrobat on defense. But that was borderline, and then I just guarded the middle of the field myself. So this was taken away very well also. Now, like I said, there are other concepts that people can use. Spread has a lot of different ways to, pass the ball. Obviously, smash is another one where you're trying to attack the sideline with corners, and then you have the little hitch routes. So let's take a look at that as well before ending the video. So I've shown how match coverage in general plays this, but this is a little bit different. What's going to end up happening here is, again, we're going to mainly watch the running back, but I want you guys to see how the actual match coverage does play this type of concept. Once again, you can see that there's really nothing going on here. The only thing they maybe could have thrown is if they threw it early enough was the hitch route on the left of the screen, because our soft squat, he played him initially, but because he knew that the vert hook was going to eventually stop guarding the corner route as he kind of does there, that's when he kind of backed up to make sure they could not get corner route in there, which did leave this hitch open later in the play. But as you guys can see here, by the time that's kind of developing, because here they can't really throw it, and at this point they're about to get sacked. So that's not really something that would be a big deal. Over here, you guys can see that my quarter flat, once again, he redirected the corner route before, passing him off, and then he kind of jumped that little route on this right sideline. So again, as the user, my job would have mainly been to watch the running back out of the backfield, because as you guys can see here, this guy's double team, so no way he's getting open. This guy's guarded very well also, and, potentially all they could have done is if they saw it at the perfect time, maybe throw to that hitch on the left side of the screen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this breakdown. If you guys can get me 300 likes on this video, I will also break down this coverage against some other formations, because again, when you're running these combo coverages, especially with match rules, they do react differently to each offensive formation, so that's something you're definitely going to want to pay attention to. Until next time, it's Duke, and I'm out of here.